Alrighty, here we are on lesson 18, the unit rate as the scale factor. So yesterday we kind of talked about unit rate a little bit, and we talked about how it works as a scale factor, and we talked about, original sketches and enlargements and reductions. So we're going to continue down that road just with some few new ideas today, and then we're going to do some actual measuring and drawing. So example 1 says Ben created a simple game on his computer and shared it with his friends to play. They were instantly hooked, and the popularity of his game spread so quickly that Ben wanted to create a distinctive icon so players could easily identify his game. He drew a simple sketch. From the sketch, he created stickers to promote his game, but Ben wasn't quite sure if the stickers were proportional to his original sketch. So they gave us this table, and we are missing one in here, so we're just going to go ahead and fill that in. This missing one should be 3/4. Not quite sure what happened to that one. But once we have our table here, now we're going to do the steps to check for proportionality for original picture and scale drawing. So first we need to compare the lengths of the original picture to the lengths of the scale drawing. And I want you to write yourself a note above the table that X is the original, and then Y is going to be the scale. And this is how it's going to be for the rest of the topic, so try to remember that X is the original, Y is the scale. So we're going to have to compare them, and we're checking for a constant and proportionality. So we're back to doing our K as Y over X. So, if we pick this nice one here, we can definitely see that K is 2/1, which is 2. But let's check this one. So if we have 1.5 over 3/4, so I'm going to convert this to 3/2 over 3/4. So we're back to those complex fractions. So I'm going to multiply by the least common multiple, which is 4. So these cancel. I get a 1 and a 2 up top, and these are both gone. So I end up with 6/3, which is indeed 2. And if we check this other one, we have 2/1 again, so we know that K is 2, but let's check this final row here. So we have 1 3/4, which is going to be 7/4 over 7/8. Trying to fit it in here. If we multiply it by our least common multiple, we're multiplying by 8 on the bottom and the top. So on the top, we do some cross division. We get a 1 and a 2, and on the bottom, both 8's cancel. So 7 times 2 is 14. On the bottom we get 7, and when we divide that, we do indeed get 2. So we can answer the question at the bottom, are the corresponding lengths proportional, why or why not? And we can say yes, because there is a constant. Alright, and this is kind of what we talked about yesterday. If there wouldn't have been a constant, and one of these K's would have been, 2 1/3 or 2 1/4, then no, they wouldn't have been proportional. So it just wouldn't have worked then. And then it asks, what is the constant of proportionality? And we'd say K is equal to 2. And then you guys have one last line, I think, on your notes. Oh, it's in the second page of mine. It says, in a scale drawing, the constant of proportionality is called the scale factor. Ooh, C looks like an A. Let's try again. Scale factor. Alright, and that term is very important, so please highlight that or put a star by it. Scale factor we're going to be talking a lot about here as we move forward. So the last thing we're just going to talk about here is this definition of scale factor, which can be calculated from the ratio of any length in the scale drawing to its corresponding length in the actual picture. The scale factor corresponds to the unit rate and constant of proportionality. So write yourself a note here that the scale factor is the same as that K equals Y over X. And it says if there's a scale factor greater than 1, that means it's going to enlarge the picture, it's going to make it bigger. If the scale factor is less than 1, that means it's going to reduce the picture or the segment. So hopefully, that makes sense. If it's greater and it enlarges, if it's less, it reduces, so we can remember that. But do put a star here. This is important for you just to be able to check as you're working as we move along in the topic. Alright, but we are going to stop here, and we're going to do the rest of the notes in class all together. And if you have any questions, bring those to class as well.